Toucan Sam?
Want to see the Fruit Loops world?
Yeah!
Follow me.
Wow, look at that! Awesome! Can we come back?
Just follow your nose. Fruit Loops, part of a complete breakfast.
Okay, welcome back to another episode of Cereal Snob, and there you have it. That's the new Toucan Sam. Interesting, right? Yeah, I got wind of this first just a couple days ago on Instagram. The Fruit Loops account was saying stay tuned to the Kids' Choice Awards for a new Fruit Loops and a new Toucan Sam, and bada bing, bada boom, there he is. They played this commercial a couple of times, and I think it's interesting to say the least. Like, you know, first off, Toucan Sam is way more cartoon now than before. Like, obviously he was a cartoon before, but it seemed like they were giving him this kind of like Pixar 3D lifelike quality. And now they're like, you know what? Screw it. He's a cartoon, make him a cartoon. So he's a little more flat 2D. And also his beak is way more rainbow, which obviously I'm in support of. I love color, but it's just interesting to me because it reminds me of the unicorn marshmallow from Lucky Charms, where it's got a couple of different colors swirled into it. And it looks really great, but just a little different, you see? I wonder if they're doing this to try and appeal to young girls. When I was in Los Angeles and like trying to grow my Instagram account, because having a high Instagram account in LA makes you a much more bookable actor, because they want you to post about what you're doing and get more publicity. And they said that like tween girls were like the target market for everything, fashion, makeup, I mean, you name it. And like wherever the little like tween girls go, like the rest of the internet follows. And they said second behind that was gay dudes. So I wonder if that's true. I don't know, but I can tell you this does look like they're trying to appeal to girls a little bit more because he's just prettier. Now he also sounds a little different too. If you notice, his voice is just a little more cartoony.
Want to see the Fruit Loops world?
Like here's his old voice.
Now that's wild.
Yeah, you get it. And here's his new one.
Just follow your nose.
You can tell there's a little subtle difference there. He still has that accent. It's just a little different. One thing I thought was really interesting in this is like here in the commercial, you have the new Toucan Sam next to the old Toucan Sam on a box of Fruit Loops, which doesn't seem new to me. Like obviously the commercial's new, but why is that old box there? If they have a new mascot, wouldn't they release the new mascot cereal box around the same time they're announcing the new mascot? That's what I would think, but maybe they didn't give that information or those assets to the marketing team who made this in time, or the studio. Who knows? I know I'm very curious of whether or not these Fruit Loops are going to be different at all, or if it's just a different box. I'd love to have an updated Fruit Loops formula that reminded me of how Fruit Loops tasted when I was a kid. Like when I was a kid, you would get Fruit Loops and like in a handful of those, you'd see like that sugary glaze covering the middle and you're like, ooh, that's the good one. And I don't notice that at all in Fruit Loops nowadays, which I guess isn't bad. I'm sure less sugar is good for everybody, but you know, I miss that. Seriously, those were the fondest memories of Fruit Loops I remember having as a kid. But anyways, that's basically it. I think this is cool. I'm all for updating stuff on a regular basis because updating things keeps them fresh. Even if the change isn't better, it's change. And sometimes change is just good for change. But what do you think about a new Toucan Sam? Do you like him now versus how he was? Please, I'd love to know. Just tell me in the comments below and we'll talk there, okay? Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your Sunday, and I'll talk to you very soon. Peace.